Jack Hartwell was not your average man. For years, he had been obsessed with UFOs. Jack lived and breathed conspiracy theories. His walls were plastered with old newspaper clippings. Red string connected photos of government officials to grainy images of unidentified flying objects. Many called him a fanatic. His colleagues at the university distanced themselves from him. Jack's lectures were filled with wild theories about extraterrestrial life and government cover-ups. But Jack didn't care. He was on a mission to uncover the truth. His obsession with Area 51 was intense. Jack spent countless nights researching, trying to find a way in. Despite the warnings from friends and family, Jack was determined, and so he planned his trip to Area 51. Jack's journey began in the early hours of a cold September morning. His car was packed with essentials: water, food, a camera, and a notebook filled with his findings. He wore a khaki jacket, sturdy boots, and a determined look on his face. The desert was a harsh place, but Jack was prepared. As he drove through the empty roads, he couldn't shake a feeling of unease. The silence of the desert was deafening. Jack's GPS directed him towards the Nevada Test and Training Range. The closer he got, the more isolated he felt. The sky was a deep, endless blue, and the sun beat down mercilessly. There were no other cars in sight, but deep down, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. Jack continued his drive, the landscape becoming more and more desolate. The road ahead seemed to stretch on forever. The only signs of life were the occasional tumbleweeds that rolled across his path. Jack's mind wandered back to the countless hours he had spent preparing for this moment. He had studied maps, satellite images, and eyewitness accounts. He knew the risks. Trespassing on government property was no small offense. Jack was aware that Area 51 was heavily guarded. As the sun began to set, the sky transformed into a canvas of reds and oranges. Jack parked his car and took a deep breath. He grabbed his backpack and headed towards the fence. Jack Hartwell crossed the boundary into the restricted zone with a mix of fear and excitement. He was now in forbidden territory. The desert night was cold, and the silence was almost oppressive. Jack's flashlight cut through the darkness, revealing the barren ground beneath his feet. He moved cautiously, every step calculated. Jack's camera was ready, and he began to document his journey. He took photos of the landscape, the fence, and anything that seemed out of place. Time seemed to stand still as Jack ventured deeper into the restricted area. He kept his eyes and ears open for any signs of activity. Then, Jack noticed something strange. In the distance, he saw a faint light. Was this the proof he had been searching for? Jack approached the mysterious light with a mixture of awe and caution. It was mesmerizing, almost hypnotic. As he got closer, the light grew brighter, casting an otherworldly glow on the desert floor. Jack's camera clicked repeatedly, capturing every moment. But then, something unexpected happened. The light suddenly intensified, blinding Jack. He shielded his eyes, stumbling backward. The air around him seemed to hum with energy. Jack felt a strange sensation, as if he was being lifted off the ground. In an instant, the light vanished, leaving Jack disoriented and alone. His camera and flashlight lay on the ground, their batteries drained. Jack's mind raced with fear and confusion. Jack Hartwell was never seen again. His car was found abandoned near the boundary of Area 51. There were no signs of a struggle, no clues to his whereabouts. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. The authorities conducted a search, but it yielded no results. Speculations ran wild. Some believed that Jack had been taken by aliens. Others thought he had been silenced by the government. His family and friends were left with nothing but questions. Jack's disappearance became another unsolved mystery, adding to the lore of Area 51. Years passed, but Jack's story continued to haunt those who knew him. Did he find the answers he was searching for? Or did he become another casualty of the secrets hidden within Area 51?